Gist and take shots with your phone, that is madness. Run. Yes, run away. Yes, your life depends on your action. The flames come suddenly, unexpected but uncontrollable. Why? Fuel is highly inflammable. Why? It just requires a spark to set off a ravaging inferno. So, don't stay there to think. Storm away to live. Do not throw away your life in anguish for meaningless fuel siphoning. Be advised. When a tanker bearing fuel falls or an underground pipe bearing fuel bursts, what do? Scooping fuel in your bucket or running far away from impending fire? You have a few seconds to take the wisest decision. Walk away? No, that is not enough. Shift? No, that is not enough. Stay there and gist and take shots with your phone? That is madness. Run. Yes, run away. Yes, your life depends on your action. The flames come suddenly, unexpected but uncontrollable. Why? Fuel is highly inflammable. Why? It just requires a spark to set off a ravaging inferno. So, don't stay there to think. Storm away to live. Do not throw away your life in anguish for meaningless fuel siphoning. Be advised.
I am Moses Peter, welcoming you to news at 9 p.m. on Som TV. We are beaming this signal live from the city of Jalingo, Taraba State. This is the pulse of the nation. We bring only the stories that matter. Stay connected with us on Facebook at Som TV and YouTube at Som TV Live. Here are tonight's major headlines. Former Taraba Assembly Speaker Right Honorable Albasu Kunini defects from PDP to APC. Nigerian Air Force carries out precision airstrikes in Zamfara, destroying terrorist camps. Federal government assures intensified counter-terrorism operations will boost economy and investor confidence as global raw material demand reshapes supply chains, with Nigerian being urged to add value to exports. On international news, Putin urges Russian forces to continue push for full capture of Zaporizhzhia. Moving on to business news, NNPC confirms that Ajaokuta Kaduna-Kano gas pipeline to commence early 2026 as Aliko Dangote reduces petrol prices and unveils 1 trillion naira education fund. On entertainment news, RMD and wife Jumobi celebrate 25 years of marriage. Anthony Joshua involved in road accident in Ogun, 2 people dead. Sport news, Nigerian-born striker Uche Ikpeazu has revealed why he chose to represent Uganda at AFCON 2025 instead of Nigeria. Now the news in full. The Federal Inland Revenue Service FIRS has announced that every Nigeria's National Identification Number NIN will now automatically serve as their tax identification number TIN. The agency also explained how to label everyday money transactions to avoid being taxed. Money from family should be marked gifts, family support, payment from friends as refund, reimbursement, transfers between personal accounts as personal transfer, savings, loans as loan received, and money put into a business as capital contribution. These transactions are not taxable. Amid ongoing political realignment in Taraba State, former Speaker of the Taraba State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Joseph Albasu Kunini, has formally announced his defection from the People's Democratic Party, PDP, to the All Progressive Congress, APC, during a visit to his hometown in Kunini on Monday, December 29, 2025. Kunini cited consultations with political allies and community leaders, personal convictions, and the desire to better serve his constituents as key reasons for the move. Some TV correspondents complete the report.
Amid ongoing political realignment in Taraba State, former Speaker of the Taraba State House of Assembly, Right Honorable Professor Joseph Albasu Kunini, formally visited his home ward in Kunini on Monday, December 29, 2025, to announce his defection from the People Democratic Party (PDP) to the All Progressive Congress (APC). Honorable Kunini told his constituents that his decision to switch parties followed wide consultation with political alliance, committee leaders and advisors, and was influenced by his political ideology, personal aspiration, and the desire to better serve the people of Kunini.
Defection from People's Democratic Party (PDP) to All Progressive Congress (APC). Across the world, political realignment is a common phenomenon in democratic society. It is often driven by ideological shift, personal convictions, and the need for effective representation. It is from these lenses that I have decided to defect from the People's Democratic Party (PDP) to All Progressive Congress (APC).
Kunini also emphasized that the move aimed to position both Kunini and the state to benefit more from democratic dividends. Community leaders praised Kunini for personally returning to brief his constituents, describing the gesture as a mark of respect, transparency, and accountability. They pledged their continued support and called on him to remain committed to inclusive leadership and grassroots engagement.
Duk abun da ya same shi na farin ciki, ina ga kuzo zan ce na fi shi farin ciki. Duk abun da ya same shi na bakin ciki, na fi shi bakin ciki. Yau rana ne na farin ciki.
In his address at the event, Honorable Desmond Wee Kunini urged youth to remain united, peacefully, and supportive of one another, warning against division based on religious or personal differences and encouraging collective action for community progress. The meeting concluded with an interactive section where constituents expressed their expectation. Kunini reiterated his commitment to sustain service, promising that his new political alignment will help bring development opportunities to the constituency and ensure closer collaboration with governments at all levels. Lillian Yakubu reporting for Some TV.
The Tiv community in Donga local government area, Taraba State, has passed a vote of confidence on Honorable Dr. Bulus Meyaki, praising his consistent grassroots interventions, humanitarian outreach, and emerging 2027 political vision. As community leaders and members formally endorsed his growing movement and commended his record of inclusive development ahead of the general elections. Some TV correspondents complete the report.
It was a moment of celebration and political affirmation as Tiv community leaders and members paid a courtesy visit to Honorable Dr. Bulus Meyaki during the Christmas season. The visit was not only to felicitate with him, but also to formally endorse his growing 2027 political movement. Fondly addressed as Makandonga Hasken Chankai, Dan Maliki Bantaji, and popularly known as Baba Mai Sola, Honorable Meyaki was praised as a talk and do leader whose development promises are backed by visible action.
Kuma na shiga siyasa in Allah ya yarda zan nemi House of Representatives. Wow! Idan na samu goyon bayan ku, to ni ma za ku samu goyon bayana. Wanda fiye kama muna so, gwamna san na je wurin. Waɗansu ku ana siya muku machine, ana siya muku mota, ana siya muku sai kuna ta buga musu hannu. Bai kamata ba. Kaman ka ajiye kudin ka ATM ne ka sa kati. ATM ya baka kudi sai ka yi ta buga ATM hannu.
Speaking during the visit, community representatives commended his record of grassroots engagement, highlighting the provision of solar light and power system to communities, as well as the distribution of food items, including bags of rice to vulnerable households during the festive period. The endorsement comes amid Honorable Meyaki's declarations of interest to contest the House of Representatives seat for Takum Donga Usa Yantu Federal Constituency in 2027. His agenda, according to supporters, is anchored on unity, peace and inclusive development. Key policy priorities outlined by Honorable Meyaki include improved power supply through 33 kV transformers across local government, of solar-powered street lighting, construction and rehabilitations of feeder roads to boost agricultural productivity, and the establishment of community-based internal security structures. Lilian Yakubu, reporting for Some TV.
The Taraba State House of Assembly has moved to clear the air over reports circulating on social media about the alleged distribution of 1,000 naira as Christmas support by the Speaker, Right Honorable John Kizito Bonzina, explaining that the gesture was misunderstood and not intended as a general handout to constituents. Some TV correspondents complete the report.
According to a statement from the House, the 1,000 naira support was not meant for the general distribution to constituents. It was intended to be shared by the Speaker's aide with neighboring children, youth and other less privileged persons who visited his residence in Jalingo on December 24, 2025, while the Speaker was preparing to travel for the Christmas celebration.
I want to thank God for today, thank God for making it possible for me to see 2025 Christmas. What I will tell my constituents and Tarabians at this point in time is, particularly celebrating Christmas like this, our message should be one. Peace.
Meanwhile, the Speaker's Christmas visit to Yakoko featured several humanitarian and developmental interventions. This included the distribution of rice, wrappers and food items, provisions of start-up funds for small businesses, donation of motorcycles to security agencies and vigilante groups, commissioning of 3 culverts and the award of scholarships to students. Beyond the festive period, the House donated that Right Honorable Bonzina's project over the year include the construction and furnishing of NYSC accommodation in Zing and Yakoko, installation of street light, construction of culvert, tree plantings, initiative to tackle climate change and other community-based projects.
In my little way, there are a lot of things that I have done to show my concern for my people. Realizing that we cannot rely on government always to recruit teachers and then post them to our schools, I decided to embark on NYSC quarters. One in my village, as you move on you can go and see it, and then the other one in Zing. You can also see it on your way out. So that NYSC, once if you provide a befitting accommodation like this for them, they will settle down to do their best.
The statement expressed regret over any misunderstanding caused and reaffirmed that the Speaker's actions were guided by concern for the welfare of constituents and commitment to people-centered governance. The House also urged the public to focus on broader developmental impact being made across Taraba State. The Taraba State House of Assembly says it remains committed to transparency, unity and sustainable development. Lilian Yakubu reporting for Some TV.
Meanwhile, reports said the Nigerian Air Force under Operation Fasan Yama carried out precision airstrikes in Zamfara State on December 28, 2025, killing scores of terrorists and destroying IED factories and camps. Targets included Tobar Hill and Kachala Dongo Sules Enclave in Safi local government area. The Air Force said the strikes disrupted terrorist logistics, crippled explosives production, and strengthened efforts to restore peace across the Northwest. In the same security context, the federal government assured Nigerians that intensified counter-terrorism operations, including joint action with the U.S., would strengthen the economy. Finance Minister Wale Edun said the measures protect lives and businesses while boosting investor confidence. He highlighted steady GDP growth, falling inflation, and rising investment, stressing that security and economic stability are inseparable foundations for sustainable national development. Beyond security, global changes in raw material demand in 2025 reshaped supply chains affecting Nigeria and Africa. Slower Chinese growth and green technology transitions increased demand for strategic minerals. However, experts warn that Nigeria's reliance on unprocessed exports limits gains. They stressed that value addition, infrastructure investment, and regional trade integration are critical to converting resources into long-term economic development. On the political front, FCT Minister Nyesom Wike warned that the PDP risks irrelevance by 2027 if it fails to correct internal leadership failures. Speaking in Port Harcourt, he blamed selfish leadership and unresolved internal conflict for mass defections. Wike urged party leaders to admit past mistakes, reposition the party, and adopt disciplined, selfless leadership to ensure political survival. Against this backdrop, speculation intensified that Kano State Governor Abba Kabir Yusuf may defect from the NNPP to the APC. Local party leaders and aides publicly pledged to follow him, citing loyalty to the Kwangwasia movement. However, neither Governor Yusuf nor NNPP leader Senator Rabiu Musa Kwangwaso has officially confirmed or denied the potential defection. In response, the NNPP dismissed claims that Senator Rabiu Musa Kwangwaso supported Governor Yusuf's alleged defection. Kano State Chairman Hashim Dungurawa described the report as false, stating that party leaders urged Yusuf to remain. He appealed to Kano residents to continue backing the party, expressing confidence that loyalty to NNPP would translate into future electoral success. Meanwhile, the African Democratic Congress criticized President Bola Tinubu's foreign trip amid worsening insecurity. ADC spokesperson Bolaji Abdullahi said Nigerians were unsettled after the Zamfara bombing and deserved reassurance. He faulted the president for not addressing the nation. The presidency responded that Tinubu's trip to Europe and Abu Dhabi was part of his end-of-year vacation. Similarly, the Social Democratic Party urged Nigerians to rise above tribal and religious divisions. In a Christmas message, SDP chairman Shehu Gabang called for compassion, unity, and shared responsibility. He encouraged acts of kindness, support for the vulnerable, and ethical leadership, stressing that national cohesion and inclusive growth are essential for building a fairer and more resilient Nigeria. In economic development, NISAL PSC closed 2025 with over 100 billion naira in agricultural loan guarantees, enabling banks to finance high-risk agribusiness ventures. Recognized as MSME Agri Finance Enabler of the Year, the institution said its risk-sharing framework improved financial inclusion. Looking to 2026, NISAL plans to expand climate-smart agriculture financing nationwide. At the corporate level, digital finance company Branch LG donated laptops, learning materials, and healthcare items to students of a Lagos secondary school. Company executives said the initiative promotes digital inclusion, education, and student well-being. They noted that empowering young learners aligns with branch commitment to community development and preparing students for a technology-driven future. Meanwhile, Nigeria's tech and telecom sector showed resilience in 2025 despite rising costs. Reports said data usage and connectivity continued growing due to sustained investments by major operators. Regulators worked to balance pricing and consumer protection. Analysts projected further growth in 2026, provided network stability improves and regulatory clarity is maintained. In the property market, Lagos short-let sector experienced a surge ahead of the festive season. Increased demand from tourists, diaspora Nigerians, and business visitors boosted bookings in Ikoyi, Victoria Island, and Lekki. Analysts said infrastructure upgrades and security property titles are attracting investors, indicating short-let housing is becoming a long-term investment option. Politically, Kogi State Governor Usman Ododo launched the APC electronic registration exercise, revalidating his membership. He urged residents to participate actively, describing the initiative as vital for strengthening party organization. Ododo reaffirmed support for President Tinubu and pledged continued focus on security, education, healthcare, youth empowerment, and agriculture. In diplomatic efforts, NIDCOM and Nigerian groups in Saudi Arabia raised $570,000 in diya to secure the release of a Nigerian on death row. The funds were deposited into a designated account, with officials hopeful that ongoing diplomatic engagements will lead to mercy after more than 2 decades of detention. Looking ahead, former Labour Party presidential candidate Peter Obi announced his intention to contest the 2027 elections. Speaking on X Spaces, he ruled out being a running mate, insisting his political journey is aimed at the presidency. Obi urged Nigerians for support and prayers, expressing confidence in his leadership experience. On troop welfare, Chief of Army Staff Lieutenant General Wahidi Shaibu assured soldiers of improved welfare and intensified operations in 2026. Speaking at a Utah luncheon, he commended frontline troops and outlined plans to strengthen intelligence gathering and sustain counter-insurgency efforts nationwide. Similarly, the Pentecostal Fellowship of Nigeria urged Nigerians to support the federal government's joint fight against insecurity. PFN President Bishop Francis Wale Oke said insecurity now surpasses corruption as Nigeria's biggest challenge and called for decisive action to prevent further loss of lives. In Kano, security forces killed 9 bandits and a vigilante during a gunfire in Shanono local government area. The bandits had adopted residents and rustled cattle before fleeing. Military intervention forced them to abandon motorcycles and phones, earning commendation from local security groups. However, armed bandits attacked Goronduse village in Shanono local government area, killing 1 resident, injuring 2, and stealing over 40 cows. Security forces responded swiftly, forcing the attackers to flee, while victims were hospitalized, underscoring persistent rural security challenges. Elsewhere, Gombe State Governor Inuwa Yahaya condemned a gun attack in Pindiga Ako local government area where 2 residents were killed and others adopted. Police confirmed intensified patrols along the affected routes as authorities urged residents to remain vigilant and cooperate with security agencies. In Lagos, emergency responders rescued victims in 2 separate incidents. A vehicle accident in Lekki killed one child and injured 4 others, while 2 men trapped in a fuel tanker in Apapa were safely rescued. Police launched investigations as survivors received medical care. Also in Jos, 2 people have died and 16 others injured in a tanker accident around Polo Roundabout in Jos North Plateau State. The crash, which occurred around 6 p.m. on Sunday near St. Louis College, involved a tanker and 5 other vehicles. FRSC Plateau Command confirmed that the tanker lost its brakes before colliding with other cars. Victims were rushed to Plateau State Specialist Hospital and Vietnam University Teaching Hospital, while security agencies cleared the scene and restored traffic. 4 people have also died and several others injured after trucks crashed into the 2025 Egon Cultural Carnival procession on Sunday in Nasarawa, Egon Town, Nasarawa State. The accident occurred near Egon Community Secondary School, where one truck lost control and collided with participants, followed by 2 other trucks, causing additional mishaps. FRSC Nasarawa confirmed the casualties, with the deceased deposited at Federal University of Lafayette Teaching Hospital. Governor Abdullahi Sule expressed shock and extended condolences to victims' families. Similarly, 3 people died in a Christmas Eve fire at a 22-story building on Lagos Island. Emergency agencies rescued 8 others, including a firefighter. Investigations are ongoing into possible structural and fire safety lapses as search operations continue. Bauchi State Governor Bala Mohammed has warned traditional rulers against collaborating with criminals, stressing that such actions threaten peace and security in the state. Speaking during a visit from the Emir of Dunguri, Alhaji Adamu Muhammad Dunguri, the governor highlighted the critical role of traditional institutions in intelligence gathering, early warning, and community policing. He also urged residents to embrace agriculture for economic empowerment, promising government support with improved farm inputs and incentives. Armed bandits have demanded a 500 million naira ransom for the release of 5 road construction workers kidnapped on December 15, 2025 at a government project site along Sabaja Owa Onire Road in Isin, Kwara State. Families of the victims said the adopters insist on negotiating only with the government. While police and security agencies continue rescue efforts, relatives appealed for urgent action, welfare support, and stronger security to ensure the safe return of the workers. Finally, Jigawa State confirmed full implementation of local government financial autonomy. Council chairmen now receive federal allocations directly, enabling grassroots development and empowerment programs. Governor Umar Namadi said the policy strengthens governance, boosts agriculture, and improves rural livelihoods across the state. We are now heading on a short commercial break. Don't go anywhere. When we come back, the news continues. Stay tuned.
Amazing grace is the story of my life.
The Christian Association of Nigeria, Kan Taraba State Chapter, invites the public to her New Year Combined Service, date Friday, 2nd January 2026, time 9 a.m. prompt. Special guest of honor, His Excellency Dr. Abu Kefas, the Governor of Taraba State. Guest speaker, Reverend Simon Peter Ali. Chief host, Very Reverend Father Dr. Williams Peter Washiri. Kan Chairman, Taraba State. Venue, Kan Secretariat, FGC Road, Jalingo, Taraba State. Announcer, Planning Committee.
Everywhere that I go, everything that I do, all I see is grace. Mary's boy child, Jesus Christ, was born on Christmas Day.
The Yuletide season is here again, and it is a period of sober reflection and stock-taking to evaluate our success and the positive achievements recorded. It is on this note that I, the Managing Director and CEO, Mambila Beverages Nigeria Limited, Abubakar Hamidu Kara, PhD, on behalf of the management, board and entire staff, felicitate with the People's Governor, Dr. Agbukefas, his Deputy Alhaji Aminu Abdullahi Alkali, Speaker and Honorable Members of the Taraba State House of Assembly, Secretary to the Government of the State, Chief Barrister Gibbon Timothy Kachaps, Dengwe Mambila, the Chief of Staff, Dr. J.J. Williams, Head of Service, Dr. Hamidu Ahmed Kara, traditional rulers and the entire good people of Taraba State on the occasion of Christmas celebrations. Your Excellency, sir, words will fail me if I'm to count your numerous achievements for your personal sacrifice for the peace and unity of the state. Thank you for your purposeful and quality leadership. Thank you for the developmental strides spread across the state. As you celebrate, we at the Mambila Beverages, make of Highland tea and green tea, wish you God's protection, long life, and more wisdom as you embark on yet another scintillating and result-oriented 2026. Happy Christmas, my Mabel Bass, the People's Governor. Signed, Abubakar Hamidu Kara, PhD, Managing Director and CEO, Mambila Beverages Nigeria Limited.
Distinguished people of Lao, my beloved family, and all people of goodwill. As we enter this joyous festive season, I warmly extend my heartfelt season greetings to you all. This season offers us a meaningful moment to pause, reflect, and give thanks. A time that calls us back to the enduring values of love, unity, and our shared responsibility to one another. May the spirit of this season deepen our trust in each other and reinforce the bonds that holds us together as one people. The festivism reminds us to care more genuinely, to serve with humility, and to lead with integrity, compassion, and understanding. I pray that peace prevails in our homes and communities, and that renewed hope fuels every heart that yearns for a brighter future. As we prepare to welcome the new year, I pray it ushers us in good health, renewed strength, and expanded opportunities for growth and progress for our people. May wisdom guide our decision, unity strengthen our results, and our collective effort remain focused on the common good. I sincerely appreciate your continued support, confidence, and cooperation. Together, let us move forward with determination, courage, and optimism, working hand in hand to build a future we can all be proud in. I wish you a joyous festive season and a prosperous new year. May God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria. May God bless Taraba State. And may God bless the good people of our local governments. I remain your own, Honorable Queen Sarah Bruce. Thank you.
Welcome back. We are glad you are still there with us. Moving on to international news. Violence in Western and Southern Sudan has displaced over 10,000 people in just 3 days, the United Nations reports. Attacks between December 25 and 28 forced more than 7,000 from villages near the Chad border and 3,100 from Katungli in South Kordofan. The conflict between Sudan's regular army and paramilitary rapid support forces has killed tens of thousands and uprooted over 11 million, creating the world's largest hunger and displacement crisis. The Central African Republic has held elections on Sunday with President Faustin Archangi Touadera seeking a controversial third term after changing the constitution. Around 2.3 million voters were eligible to elect the president, legislators, and local representatives. While Touadera, credited with improving security and infrastructure, held major rallies, top opposition candidates faced restrictions and limited campaigning. Critics called the election a sham, citing concerns over transparency, poverty, and continued unrest despite government and mercenary efforts to stabilize the country. Russian President Vladimir Putin on Monday urged his forces to continue their push to fully capture Ukraine's Zaporizhzhia region after a commander reportedly being just 15 kilometers from the city. Speaking at the Kremlin, Putin praised the military's progress and called for continued offensives alongside eastern units. General Valery Gerasimov added that Russian troops advanced across most of the front, claiming that over 6,600 square kilometers of Ukrainian territory in 2025, though Reuters could not independently verify these figures. On business news, the finance minister Wale Edun reassured investors that Nigeria is not at war following U.S. airstrikes in Sokoto. He said security operations strengthen economic confidence. Kwara Governor Abdul Razak urged interagency collaboration, while experts cautioned that sustained, coordinated actions, not isolated strikes, are required to defeat terrorism nationwide. In the energy sector, NNPC GCEO Bayo Ojulari said increased competition in downstream petroleum would benefit consumers. He reported oil production above 1.7 million per barrel in 2025 and projected growth in 2026. Ojulari reaffirmed the government's goal of 2 million per barrel by 2027 and $30 billion investment in 2030. Closely related, NNPC confirmed the Ajaokuta-Kaduna-Kano gas pipeline is expected to commence operations in early 2026. Officials said the project will deliver gas across northern Nigeria, supporting industrialization, power generation, fertilizer production, and long-term energy security objectives. In market reactions, Aliko Dangote announced reduced petrol prices following increased competition. The Dangote refinery cut gantry prices by 5.6% and plans daily supply of 50 million liters. Dangote also unveiled a 1 trillion naira education fund linking industrial growth, local production, and human capital development. On entertainment news, Samuel Andoakura Akume, son of SGF George Akume, married Deborah Eshima in a quiet ceremony in Makurdi. The event was attended by close family and select dignitaries. Vice President Kashim Shettima represented President Tinubu alongside Benue Governor Hyacinth Elia, marking another milestone for the Akume family. Nollywood legend Richard Mofe-Damijo, popularly known as RMD, and his wife Jumobi have celebrated 25 years of marriage. The actor, 64, shared intimate photos on Instagram highlighting laughter, companionship, and cherished memories with his wife. He credited the milestone to divine guidance, noting that 25 years of marriage is no small feat. RMD playfully added in pidgin English that enduring such a union involves God, not anywhere else. Married in 2000, RMD and Jumobi have 2 children together, complementing his 2 from a previous marriage. Jalingo came alive on December 26 as excitement, laughter, and music filled the air at Christmas Family Laughter 10.0, one of Taraba State's biggest end-of-year entertainment gatherings, drawing families, youths, and fun seekers together to celebrate the season of goodwill in grand style. Some TV correspondents complete the report.
The event, held at Shield Hotel, kicked off at exactly 5 p.m. and attracted a large and diverse audience from across the state. Families, youth, and entertainment lovers gathered for an evening of comedy, music, dance, and stage performances that lasted late into the night. Tagged A Better Tomorrow, Christmas Family Laughter has grown over the years into a major festive brand, promoting unity, relaxation, and wholesome family entertainment during the Christmas season. Top comedians and entertainers treat the audience with rib-cracking jokes, energetic display, and interactive performances. Popular acts including Job Legends, Gospel Alhaji, MC16, Franklin, MCKC, Moti, Extrovert, SK Mumuye, Tessie, Mark Lockie, El Nelly, Benchman, MC Klaus, Big Teeth, Lacazera, and others kept the crowd laughing, dancing, and cheering throughout the night. The atmosphere reflected pure joy, cutting across age, social, and political divides, truly living up to the event's identity as a family laughter show. The event also recorded the presence of noble dignitaries, including former Governor of Taraba State, Julie Nyami, former member representing Law Ardokola, and Karimi Lamido Federal Constituency, Danladi Braido, and former Algon Chairman Stephen Agya. They commended the organizers for sustaining the initiatives, describing it as a platform that promotes peace, unity, and social cohesion through entertainment, especially during the festive period. Special commendation was given to MC Kendo, the host and chief organizer, for his consistency, creativity, and ability to package a high-quality entertainment show that continues to attract wide public support. With improved organization, structured ticketing, and growing acceptance, Christmas Family Laughter 10.0 has further strengthened its position as a major entertainment brand in Taraba State. As these curtains fell, many attendees describes the event as a perfect blend of joy, laughter, and togetherness, capturing the true spirit of Christmas. Lilian Yakubu, reporting for Some TV.
Jalingo erupted in festive joy yesterday at the After Christmas Carnival held at Chill and Chop Taraba State University, Jalingo. Drew hundreds for a day packed with high-energy performances, fun games, and non-stop entertainment, capping the holiday season on a high note. Some TV correspondent completes the report. As the Christmas holidays wind down, the city of Jalingo came alive with non-stop energy at the After Christmas Carnival, a vibrant celebration that turned Chill and Chop TSU into the hottest spot on Sunday, December 28. Hundreds flocked to unwind, laugh, and dance away the post-holiday blues in style. From noon till late night, the carnival delivered a full lineup of fun and games, high-octane entertainment, dazzling artist showcases, and interactive experiences designed for post-holiday bliss. Families, friends, and festive revelers filled the air with cheers, creating an unforgettable escape from the usual routine. The stage was set on fire. Spoken word artists gripped the audience with raw poetic storytelling, tackling themes of joy, resilience, and New Year dreams.
We thank God because our senior man is able. He will speak to mountains and they move. And with them during the same time, Saku. Something happens in the atmosphere when God appears.
Even on a rainy day, a sun will rise. Other than Atarado and spice, so according to me, you must see your faces smiles. Nothing stops like miracles except you do play your pulse.
Local musicians dropped infectious Afrobeat and soulful tunes that had everyone swaying, while dynamic dance crews lit up the night with flawless choreography, blending traditional Taraba moves and modern flair. And the models, they owned the runway in stunning outfits, showcasing Jalingo's rising fashion talents. Organizers hailed it as a massive success, boosting community spirit in Taraba State and spotlighting local talent. With games, face painting, foodie zones, and holiday treats, it was the perfect recipe for relaxation. They are already teasing an even bigger edition in 2026. Moses Peter reporting for Som TV. On sport news, world heavyweight boxing champion Anthony Joshua was involved in a road accident on Monday in Makun, Ogun State. The crash occurred along the busy Lagos-Ibadan expressway when his vehicle collided with another car under circumstances still under investigation. Joshua reportedly sustained minor injuries while 2 people died at the scene. Eyewitnesses and rescue teams attended promptly, and the incident has sparked widespread concern on social media as authorities continue their investigation. Nigeria-born striker Uche Ikpeazu has revealed why he chose to represent Uganda at AFCON 2025 instead of Nigeria. Citing the fierce competition in the Super Eagles, Ikpeazu said securing a regular spot would have been difficult. Speaking ahead of Uganda's crucial Group C clash against Nigeria, he expressed excitement to help the Cranes shine and acknowledge still cherishing his Nigerian roots, including favorite local dishes and football icons J.J. Okocha and Nwankwo Kanu. That is where we wrap the news tonight on Som TV's 9 p.m. news. I am Moses Peter. Good evening and wishing you the very best.
Welcome to a new era of comfort and luxury. Glamour Hotel and Hospitality is opening its doors. Join us on December 31st, 2025 at 10 a.m. in Indafro Kromi local government area as we unveil a space designed for elegance, relaxation, and unforgettable experience. From beautifully crafted rooms to top-tier hospitality, Glamour Hotel is ready to redefine your stay. Don't miss the grand opening. Glamour Hotel and Hospitality is where comfort meets styles.
Africa, a land of roots, rhythm, and resilience.
Where every thread of the fabric tells a story.
Every beat of the drum echoes heritage.
And every voice carries the soul of generation.
We are Africa, bold, beautiful, and timeless. At Som TV, we don't just tell African stories,